everyone, so I thought that it would be a good idea to show you the second most edible meal that I would make when I started doing my ketogenic diet. This would be the meal that I would eat first in the day, and then the burger meal that I made in my last video is the one that I would eat around 5 p.m. That would be my last meal. This one would be my first. It's super easy, super simple. Most of these things you eat anyway. It's just knowing how much of it to eat and what stuff to not add in it. So what I'm making is pretty much just like a skillet, like a breakfast skillet. I mean, you can make it into an omelet if you want. I just don't really like omelets. I know there's not much of a difference, but I like everything just kind of scrambled together with a bunch of cheese on top, melted. That's my favorite. What you're gonna need are eggs, bacon, avocado, shredded cheddar cheese. Sorry, that's my son in the background. Some spinach if you want. I like to kind of break mine up and kind of throw it in my skillet just long enough for it to just kind of get warm, not anyway. And then for just extra stuff, I put in a little tomato, chopped onions, and chopped mushrooms. So I pretty much have everything ready to go. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So those are all my vegetables chopped up, and then my whole avocado. I'm going to put the avocado on top after everything is done, just so it doesn't get like too mushy and gross. So what I'm gonna do first is cook my bacon. So I'm gonna have 3 slices of bacon, and I'm actually going to cut them in half like this. It just fits in the pan easier for me. And also I'm going to cook it long enough to where it can get crispy and it can like kind of crumble a little bit, because I'm going to add them in with my eggs. So the same pan that you're using to fry your bacon, you want to put your eggs in that same pan. And this is because you want to eat as much of that like bacon fat as you can. So when I make my scramble, I put my eggs in my bacon grease and scramble it together. While that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead in a separate pan, put some olive oil in it, maybe like 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then you're going to add your onions and your mushrooms in that one. I am going to go ahead and show you guys how to insert this into the Carb Manager app. Like I've said in other videos, it's really, really helpful to know how much you're eating, keeping track of it, and knowing what foods have X amount of carbs and stuff like that. So with this whole meal, it's kind of crazy, but only 4 carbs out of the 20 max for a day that you can consume is being used in this meal. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Open Carb Manager. I'm going to go to the foods, and I am going to click on the spinach. Going to add that first. Doesn't have any carbs to it. Then we're going to click on the avocado, the full avocado. 1, the bacon. We are going to do the 3 slices. What's next, girl? What's next? Oh, I'm going to show you, I think, how to do the food scan. So at the top of that bar, there's a scan button, and you can literally scan the packaged food. So we just did the shredded cheese. We're going to do the 4th cup, I believe. Make up your mind, girl. 8th cup, girl, I don't know what I did. What's next? What's next? Oh, now I'm typing in mushrooms because I don't have that already saved into my search log. And then we're going to do the 8th cup slice. Perfect. Nice. What's next? Oh, gotta get those tomatoes in there. Type it up. And boom, 1/8. Boom, 1/8 cup. And then, dang, I was going way too fast. Okay, so I'm back in the main menu and showing you what I have so far and what the graph looks like. So, oh, I forgot the eggs. So I got to put in the eggs, 4 eggs, add it up. Back to the main log where you can see the pie chart, and here it shows you, oh, only 3 grams of carbs. I lied to you guys in the beginning. So this meal only has 3 grams of carbs. Now I'm going to just go further and show you what I would eat for my second meal to get all the proteins and fats that I need. So I'm going to do the burger, the 4th pound, and I'm moving the lunch icon to the dinner. And then I'm going to have a whole bunch of spinach for my second meal too, so about 3 cups. And then we're going to add in some pepper jack cheese. We're going to do 1 slice and then take you back to the main menu, and there you go. It shows that I have reached my max, my food. My protein, fats, and carbs is still at only 4 grams. And that's what you want to see. The fewer carbs, the better. The onions and the mushrooms are almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn the heat down low just to keep it warm. And then I'm going to add my eggs into the bacon. Now you can cut up your bacon smaller than what I just showed. You can cut them into like little pieces. I just find it's hard to cook all of those little pieces thoroughly when you kind of like break them up like that in the pan. It might not be that hard for some people, but for me I find that I burn some pieces more than others because they like to stick together. So I just do the short strips like that. Keep them that way, and then whenever you add your eggs, you're just gonna scramble it all together. So I'm going to add my 4 eggs. And remember, don't drain the grease, just leave everything in the pan you cook the bacon in as it is. Now I'm going to add a little bit of pepper to mine. You can add salt, add pepper if you want. I find the bacon is already salty enough for my personal liking, so I don't really add any more salt to it. But you can. Don't ask me how much pepper I'm putting in it. I don't know. I'm just going until it looks good. Now when I was little, my mom would add milk to her eggs to make it more fluffy. On keto, you can't drink milk. I mean, you can drink almond milk, but not whole milk. So, I mean, you can try that if you want to, but I'm not putting no almond milk in here. So now I'm going to just add my onions and mushrooms into the pan that I just made the eggs and bacon in. I'm also going to reduce the heat to this pan too. Alright, so now I'm going to add my tomatoes in there. And a whole bunch of, I know I put a 4th cup, but let's be real, I'm going to add more than that. I love cheese too much. So I'm going to add some while it's cooking. Well, I guess while it's staying warm. And then I'm going to just add a bunch to the top. Like this. Just to the very top. Yeah, let's be real, that's more than a 4th of a cup of cheese. That's like damn near pushing a whole cup. I am just going to remove it from the hot burner. Turn the burner off. Remove it, put it on the cool burner, and just put a lid on it. That way the cheese on the top melts really good. It's a trick I learned. No! Don't touch Rome. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh, Rome, gross. Ew. My son just pulled the eggs out of the eggshells out of the trash can. And he was trying to put it back in the pot. I'm going to take some of my spinach, like I said before, and I'm honestly just going to put it at the bottom of my bowl. Sometimes I'll kind of crunch it up and add it in there, like I told you before, but truth be told, I just forgot to, so we're going to do it this way. It literally takes like maybe a couple minutes. It's probably done by now. Almost. Alright, here is the finished product. The cheese is just all kinds of melty deliciousness in there. So I'm going to add it to my bowl, and then I'm going to put my avocado on top of it. Ron, get out of the trash can. I'm gonna need more cheese. Ron, quit putting food in the pan. Ron, stop. We don't need any more eggs. Quit. And then here's the finished product. And it kind of looks like a salad, kind of. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys like it. I know I'm gonna like it. It's one of my favorite breakfast foods, or it's one of my favorite foods ever. So if you like breakfast food, then you're gonna like this. Stay away from the potatoes. Sorry, you can't have any hash browns. Can't have it. And then drink water with lemon in it. And you'll be good. Bye. Thanks for watching.